Out today with the 2018 Transition Sentinel. And this is the mid-spec GX build with the Lyric fork and the Fox Float DPX2 rear shock. So Transition just rolled out a new geometry package that they're calling SBG, or Speed Balanced Geometry. And the whole idea is they're going to move some of the geometry around to make their bikes more stable at speed, inspire confidence, kind of get their riders over the front of the bike to increase cornering traction. So what they did is they increased the reach, which feels great, centers you over the bike, and then to match that, they also went to a very steep seat tube angle, slackened the head tube angle, reached out to the suspension manufacturers and reduced the fork offset to 43 millimeters to kind of slacken the front end but then tuck it under as well. And I gotta say, the whole package works so nicely for what they're looking for, to inspire speed. When you get these bikes on the steeps, they just feel incredible. They feel like an advantage. It's soaking up everything between the 29-inch wheels, rolling stuff over easily, and then the rear shock is super active, very plush, very low initial breakaway force in the rear end. It's quite a treat. I'm not a big guy on 29ers personally. I've never owned one. I've tried a few. This is a bike I could ride. I could own this. Doesn't have any sort of weird geometry. I don't feel like I'm too high up. The steering feels good, precise, but relaxed. I don't have to saw at it. You could fool me into thinking that this is a 650B bike. All right, time to point this thing downhill and see what happens. Woo! It's kind of a poppy feeling rig. Feels so good on the jumps. Oh yeah, plows over those roots too. That is nice. Oh man, this thing is so fun and fast. Oh man, yeah, it's feeling good. Oh wow. But equal parts playful. It's easy to get the front end up on this bike. That's always fun. Yes, am I a fan of the SBG? Yes. Woo! Oh man, this is too good. Ooh, you can go hard, you can go fast. Oh man. Yeah, this bike is the best mixture of fast and playful. Oh man. Oh, love it. Oh man, this is a good bike. This bike could convert any stubborn 650B rider. It's just so good. And you definitely appreciate the increased rollover. Woo. This bike is for the person looking for it all. The perfect balance bike that can tackle the really gnarly stuff, but yet pedals up without any fuss and is still playful and just a blast in general. I can't recommend it enough. I was expecting to say it's just a sled. I have a Patrol and that feels way more like a sled, but this bike has got a lighter-hearted spirit to it and is just about as fast as my patrol on the downhill stuff with the help from the bigger hoops. Super impressed with this bike. One long-term thing I've noticed with this bike is that since the rest of the geometry is so aggressive and pushes you to go faster more comfortably, I find myself bottoming out the rear suspension more. It feels like if I owned this bike for a longer period of time, I would probably invest in some rear shock volume reducers to make sure that has a little bit more, to make sure that the rear shock has a little bit more resistance to bottoming out right at the end of the stroke. So go ahead and subscribe to us on YouTube. Check out the full review at freehubmag.com.